Hey, what do with y'all? Swish Entertainment putting y'all tunes to all y'all favorite rappers and celebrities alike. But first, I need a little favor done for y'all first. Please like, comment, subscribe to this video, hit that notification bell as well. That'd be a great service to the channel and put y'all tunes to this story. Now, today, we will once again be talking about Young Thug's Ysl Rico investigation. This investigation has prolonged for quite an extensive period of time to this point, having begun in the month of May in 2022, in which Young Thug was apprehended. Young Thug will later end up being identified as the leader of the group known as Ysl or Young Stoner Life. Police law enforcement perceived Ysl as a gang. Fulton County law officials held a firm belief and perception of Ysl that they were a violent street gang that had committed crimes dating all the way back to 2012, which will consist of crimes such as murder, robbery, theft, assault, carjackings, etc. Young Thug's arrest, however, did not officially launch off the Ysl Rico trial investigation. This would instead take place in the month of November in 2023. Prosecutors that year will end up stating that they had compiled together 737 potential witnesses, in which names were also given. They will end up narrowing down to 28 co-defendants, which would include famous Atlanta rappers Young Thug and Gunna. Now here we are with two remaining co-defendants going by the names of Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell. Now when it comes to the other 26 co-defendants, 14 were severed from the case, while the other 12 had made the decision to take plea deals. Young Thug and Gunna were in fact a part of those 12 individuals that decided to take a plea deal. Gunna in 2022 was revealed to have testified in court, which would lead to his name being tarnished by others. Atlanta rapper Lil Baby, for example, had made the decision to disassociate himself from Gunna. Young Thug on the date of October 31st this year had made the decision to take a plea deal, which would lead to him being given 15 years of probation with a 20-year prison sentence backloading the probation sentence. So if Young Thug were to fail to complete his 15-year probation, then he would spend 20 years in confinement in a prison cell. However, if he does manage to successfully complete his 15 years of probation, then he will not have to serve 20 years in prison. Young Thug did not veer away from speaking on his current relational status with the Atlanta rapper Gunna, who was his protege who he had introduced to the rap game. Young Thug will put out a public statement confirming that he is no longer on good terms with Gunna, which is very likely in connection to Gunna being publicly outed for having testified in court and confirming that Ysl is a street gang. Young Thug has said on his X platform, "Gunna, stop acting like we friends on the internet. I don't know you, my guy." So now tying back into these two remaining co-defendants being Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell, they had appeared at a court trial today. Yesterday, the two had also made an appearance in a court trial, awaiting their verdict, which was expected to be given that day. Diamante Kendrick, surprisingly, the prior day on this Sunday, was victim of a stabbing by an unknown prison mate within Fulton County Jail. Fulton County Jail being located in the state of Georgia and the city of Atlanta. Diamante Kendrick's lawyer, Doug Weinstein, will end up confirming that he did in fact converse with his client. Doug Weinstein will make it known that he is sure that Diamante will end up making a full recovery. He had also said that he still held the expectation that Diamante would appear in court that day, which is in fact what ended up happening as Diamante Kendrick and Shannon Stillwell were present in court that day. So now it appears that this Ysl Rico trial investigation has finally reached its conclusion. Diamante Kendrick, who also goes by the handle of Yak Gotti, given that he is a rapper, ended up being found not guilty of every single last one of his charges. Shannon Stillwell would also be found not guilty of all of his charges except for one, which was gun possession, specifically possession of a firearm by a convicted felon. Shannon Stillwell will end up being given a 10-year prison sentence, in which 2 out of those 10 years will end up being converted to time served. Shannon Stillwell, when it comes to the other 8 remaining years, is expected to serve this time on probation. This Ysl Rico trial investigation will end up going down as the longest criminal trial in Georgia state history. But yeah, y'all, let's go cap out this video. Let me know what y'all think of this in the comments. What do you guys think of the verdict that ended up being given to the 2 remaining co-defendants in the Ysl Rico trial investigation? Are you guys surprised to see that Shannon Stillwell will not be serving his 10-year sentence in prison, but instead on probation, with 2 other years being converted into time served? And to cap that off, give your thoughts and opinions on the Ysl Rico trial investigation finally reaching its conclusion after having prolonged for such an extensive period of time. Let all that be known in the comments, y'all. That's gonna do it. I'm out.
Rage on that beat, going crazy.